the Vicar General of the Anglican Church, Father Urisi, the clergies in our communities, Father Cheke, and also the respective clergies from other churches, the Permanent Secretary for Itoki Affairs, Turani Koro, the members of the trustees, community leaders, ladies and gentlemen. Isambula Binaka, and a good evening to you all. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for allowing us to be in your presence this evening. I'm delighted to be amongst your presence this evening to chart the way for the new era for the Melanesian communities in Fiji. Today marks an auspicious occasion as we launch government's commitment towards recognizing a legacy, restoring the right through the formalization of the Melanesian Descendants settlements in Fiji. This project will offer a tangible testament of government's commitment and your contribution to Fiji's development over the years. History of the Melanesian communities in Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, as a Melanesian community, understand that you have come a long way, similar to Fijians of Indian descent that came to Fiji as indentured laborers. Your ancestors were brought to Fiji under the blackbirding era as laborers, not on their own free will, but through the tricks and force. However, your ancestors arrived on 5th of July 1865, away before the first Indians came to Fiji in 1879 to serve as laborers in the sugarcane plantations. The Melanesians were forced to provide cheap labor under the colonial rule, losing their cultural connection and never saw their families again. History tells us that between 1920 and 1960, Melanesians were forced to relocate from the Suva city area as a result of the continuous developments and changes with little to no support from colonial administration. Even though these wrongs were done in the past, Melanesians still deal with them now. Additionally, Melanesians in Fiji suffer from land disputes and lack of access to their own territory. Despite these ill-doings in the past, through your ancestors, have made a significant contribution to the economy and even through blood ties to the indigenous people of Fiji. Through the unwavering spirit and hard work of your ancestors, your communities have significantly contributed to Fiji's development all over the years. Your ancestors' legacy is intertwined with Fiji's history at every turn. Well, the rest is history. Now we have been assimilated into our society, residing in various regions across Fiji. The current reality is Fijians of Melanesian descent are often overlooked as an equally ethnic minority within Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know that I have a strong connection with you, and having grown up amongst you during my childhood days. Whilst it is true that Melanesian communities have been assimilated to the Fijian society, many of you still live in informal settlements with no secure land title and property ownership. I understand your plight as a Melanesian community, and I know for too long you've been totally forgotten. This has led to destitute and increasing poverty with lack of opportunities for employment. Your journey, marked by strength and resilience, remains largely unknown to many Fijians. I am fully aware of the current problems in your communities, and it is important that we all work together to address your concern on land security, community disintegration, livelihood opportunities, and escalating poverty in your communities. commitment of the coalition government. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all aware, People's Coalition Government is totally committed to enhancing the social and economic conditions of the Melanesian descendants. We have taken on board to respond to your needs, and that has often been neglected in the past. Government will continue to redress the injustices inflicted upon the population of the past decade, and amongst that, redressing mechanism in the Fijians of Melanesian descendants who have called Fiji their home and have been integrated into different communities throughout Fiji. Today is a momentous occasion that encapsulates government's commitment to recognizing and restoring the rights of the Melanesian descendants. This project, ladies and gentlemen, is a commitment by your government. Government wants to formalize all the settlements of the Melanesian communities, and today is the inception of a commitment towards this project in formalizing your land ownership. As we move towards formalizing these informal settlements, we are not just building homes, but we acknowledge a due is owed, its tribute to your ancestors' historical significance and a promise of an equitable future. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Citizen Rambuka, for his guided leadership and commitment of building an inclusive Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, through the guidance and leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister Citizen Rambuka, government has formed a task force committee that will see this project through. A project that will ensure the provision of secured land tenancy of the current settlements of Melanesian settlements all over Fiji. The committee, under my chairmanship, will also explore new sites to accommodate and resettle increasing population sizes of your communities, as well as the implementation of all the initiatives targeted for your communities. We are committed to sharing the rich history of the Melanesian descendants in Fiji. Your journey, compounded with challenge, triumphs, and unwavering spirit, ought to be remembered and honored by every Fijian. Through this project, we are not only recognizing your contributions, but also strengthening solidarity and the bonds of the brotherhoods that define Fiji. In conclusion, therefore, I plead for genuine collaboration so that we can all work together to address the common issue you have. The coalition government wants to work with you, and while I'm here as your rep, I want to work with you to ensure that your issues are addressed. With those few words, I now officially launch the project of the formalization of the Melanesian descendant settlements in Fiji.